PhotoStory 3 is a free download from Microsoft.com. You can combine photos or images with narration, sounds, music, or text to create professional-looking presentations from book trailers to family histories, limited only by your imagination. All you need is the downloaded PhotoStory program, a Windows Media Player, and a folder labeled with a name appropriate for your project. You must store any digital photos, images, or royalty-free MP3 music files you want to use for your project in the same folder as you save your PhotoStory project file. Let's begin. PhotoStory 3 is open. Select Begin a New Story. Click Next. Click Import Pictures. Locate and open the project folder where your images are stored. Click on a single image or use Ctrl-A to select all the images in your file. Click OK. The images will quickly load into a timeline. You can change their order by clicking and dragging to different positions, or by using the arrows at the end of the timeline to rearrange them, or X to delete any unwanted images. Use the buttons under the window to adjust color or red eye, to rotate, or to edit by cropping. This can be done for each image you imported. Click Next. Here you can add titles or special effects to your images. Click on the image on which you want to place text. Type into the window on the right the text you wish to add. You can use the tools to change the font, the boldness, the size, even the color. Click OK when done. You can also change the placement of the text on the picture. Click Next when finished. Narration can be added to your images also. Click on the Record Sound button with the red dot. Record your narration and click on the Stop button with the black square. Test your results with the Preview button. Move on to another slide to add more narration, or delete your narration with the arrow button and start over. Click Next when you are finished. You can change the custom motion and transitions, and this can add interest to your digital story and improve the flow. Select your image and click on the Custom Motion button directly beneath the picture. You can change the duration of the movement from the default of 5 seconds. You can specify the start and end position of the motion, or you can allow PhotoStory to set the motion automatically. View your zoom-ins and pan-outs with the Preview button. Save any adjustments for this image only. Use the arrow button to move on to the next image. Click on the Transitions tab above to change from the default setting of Cross Dissolve. The display will show you the previous picture, the current picture, and the transition. Use the scroll bar on the right to select your transition. Click the Preview button to view it. Use the arrows on the bottom to go from picture to picture. When you click Save, it will save the transition for this slide only and not the entire project. Click Close when you're done editing. Repeat as many times as you want to insert or change transitions. Remember, too many transitions may make your project too busy as opposed to more interesting. Click Next when you are finished with your motions and transitions. You can even add background music or sound effects to your digital story. Choose the Select Music button to import from the MP3 files in your project folder, or use the music generator provided by PhotoStory to create your own unique and royalty-free music by choosing the Create Music button. Use the pull-down menus to select from different genres, styles, bands, and even moods. You can also adjust the tempo and the intensity. Hit the play button to preview your musical creation before including it in your project. If you like it, Click OK. The music will automatically load from the point of insertion. If you want to start at the beginning, make sure you are on the first slide. Adjust the volume so any narration can be heard or so the music does not overpower the presentation. Once music is added, the delete button enables you to get rid of any unwanted music. You can add more than one music track by selecting an image and repeating the process. Click Next to move on to the next step. You now need to save your digital story. First, click on the Save Project button at the bottom. You must save a project file of your story in order to be able to edit it later. Then you decide what you want to do with your story. Select an activity for your story. If you need more information about which activity to choose, you can click on the Help button at the bottom. Most of the time you'll want to save for playback on your computer, as we've selected here. In the File Name box, specify the location and the file name of your story. Click Save. Then click Next. Your story will be created. There are 4 phases that building your story will go through before completion. Depending upon the length, this may take a few minutes to render your creation. Remember, we only had 5 slides, but it's going to take a few minutes to complete. We are on the last step 4, generating video. You can then view your story or create another one, or you can exit Photo Story. Congratulations! You have just created an original digital story using Photo Story 3.